Hey y'all, I'm Kristen.
Hi, Matthew.
And you're watching Cheers to the Magic, and if you couldn't figure out from Matthew's ghostly entrance and our awesome shirts,
Going to the Christmas party. Yes.
we're going to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, that.
We're gonna go be scared out of our minds for the rest of the day. So come along with us. We'll let you guys know how all the houses are and give we're gonna try to rank our top 3 and then give you like a bottom 2 from our opinion once we finish the night. Now we won't be able to film inside of the houses, of course, but we'll let you know when we finish each one kind of what we thought about it. Let's go. Here we are, getting ready to head in. It's about 3:30 right now. Just before we're gonna head in, go to the tribute store, and find a Stay and Scream film. And everybody else around here is also headed in right now. It's a little crowded. We tried to go into a couple stores on the way in City Walk, and it was very crowded. All right, we've made it into the tribute store. This is pretty cool. Got all these old movies. So giant Stay Puft. There's so much detail in these stores. It always amazes me. Look, all the boxes.
This was the you could pay to
all those little ETs are so cute. This is neat. It's like an arcade.
Bring your coins. A kingdom of adventure awaits.
Everything's out of order, sir. New game coming soon. Some Jaws stuff. The next one's the theater. Got your little box office. Ah, how cool. You even got a little checkout desk over there that looks like your popcorn and snack stand. Oh, there's E.T. up there. We're gonna shoot for New York, hopefully, so we can go into Finnegan's and get a drink prior to the night. Okay, so it's looking like the line for the New York Stay and Scream goes all the way back here. So we'll see what happens. We're almost all the way back at the front of the park. Alright, so we're in the line for the New York Stay and Scream. Hopefully we'll make the cutoff. We didn't make it into the Halloween Horror Nights specific tribute store yet.
It's hot.
It is hot.
Send help.
Send help, we're melting. So we'll try to do that at some point later, but that was just the general tribute store. What'd you think, Matthew?
I liked a lot of the stuff they had in there. There were a lot of nice shirts from IPs that I enjoyed as a smaller human.
A smaller human.
The Ghostbusters shirts were really nice.
Yeah.
Some of the Jaws merch was really nice.
Yeah.
If it wants to stand out here in the rain.
I liked the, I think E.T.'s cute, so I liked E.T.
Oh, we haven't put a
I like the E.T. stuff. No poking.
It's E.T.
Oh. We need a drink.
3 drinks.
3 drinks.
6 drinks.
We made it!
Mission accomplished.
Yay! It said, access granted. Alright, they have some of the food booths open already, so we are going to go ahead and stop and get a twisted tater for a snack. So it's been a while since breakfast. think we're gonna do sour cream and chive.
Taters.
All right, here we have it. The Twisted Tater. This is the sour cream and chive version. All right, now Matthew gets to try it. I would attack it from the top. Take that first bite. Oh, it looks very crispy. Was that very crispy?
Salty. In a good way, salty.
A salty surprise. My turn, my turn.
Oh.
Y'all excuse all of the sweat right now. It is salty. Not as salty as the sea salt one. But you can taste that powder. I don't think much of the powder like stuck on it. It's good though. Good snack. We're here at Finnegan's. Pre-game wine and Jameson ginger beer. There's a lot of people in here. It's very petite, very crowded. We're still pre-gaming.
Round 2.
It's 5:25. We heard a couple of the houses were opening at 5:15. It's loud in here.
There's lots of people having more fun than we are.
So we heard a couple houses were opening at 5:15, right? Is what you heard?
5:20 or something like that.
Yeah. We're taking our time though because we do have Express Pass tonight, so
Multi-pass.
yeah, Express Pass. So we'll take advantage of that this time. Last time we were here, we didn't use our Express Pass for the first house, and we waited like it was the Stranger Things house. We waited over an hour because we were not like in line in the queue out there ready to go. They do have queues. A lot of people were getting in them as soon as we got to the Stay and Scream area. We did not do that tonight. So we're going to utilize our Express Pass for every house. We'll let you guys know how that goes, see about how long we end up waiting for each one. We're going to do all 10. But we're kind of taking our time. We're just chilling. We're going to finish these drinks and then we'll head out afterwards and see where we end up. All right, we're starting off nice and gory here outside of Finnegan's and Torture Fair. All right, I think we're going to start the night here at Ghostbusters.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I told Matthew we had to get the PBGBs out before I could do Insidious, so.
A tame house.
I'm a chicken. How are we supposed to do this, Matthew? I forget if I'm supposed to go ahead of you or if you're supposed to go ahead of me.
I don't know. I'm not helping you if I'm ahead of you.
I got through the cities.
Yeah, but last year, you guys, he let me be attacked by somebody on the way out of the house.
I did not warn her something was around the corner.
And I had to give him a little love smack for that. Because he just walked right on out like everything was fine. And then somebody jumped out and tried to kill me. And it wasn't fine, so. Alright, house number 2. We're gonna go ahead and tackle A Quiet Place. We'll see. So we've heard speculation that this one isn't quite all that it was hyped up to be. So I'm very interested to see how what we think of it. Okay, so we just came out of a quiet place. It was good. I mean, I thought it was creepy just because, I don't know, like the suspense part gets to me. Like, when it's really dark and I don't know what's coming, that like freaks me out. So I thought it was pretty good.
It's like you probably watched some YouTube videos or something like of other people going through the house on the media day, and it didn't look that bad. But doing it in person, it looks a lot different. Like the monsters look a little more real and not as puppety that you see on TV. And I guess it was just a little darker in the house, so it made everything look a little more real.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that. I didn't think I was going to be as impressed as I was when I actually walked through it in person. So
yeah,
if you like the IP, then you really will like that house.
Yeah, and we like the movies. We enjoy both of
maybe it would be a slightly more scarier than Ghostbusters.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Okay, I did get scared a couple times, but I was quiet. I did not scream. So I'm proud of myself. House number 3, Triplets of Terror. Alright, we just came out of Triplets of Terror.
Triplets of Terror.
I'm just gonna tell you guys, he just doesn't scare.
Well, I guess not as easily found. But
I asked him if he got scared last year, and he's like, well, no, I knew they were all there.
I said once or twice they might have startled me a little bit, but
it was a good one though. It was very gory. Lots of murder happening. The little
high on the murder.
Yeah, the bunny masks. The children in the bunny masks, and then all the little like chainsaws coming out.
All the stabbies.
Yeah, all the stabbies. It wasn't chainsaws, or what are they, like table saws? Table saws?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one though. I liked that one. That was the first one that I screamed multiple times and it was good. Alright, we're gonna go try to get some pizza fries. Okay, we have acquired the Target pizza fries. We got the classic. Matthew's getting ready to dress them up with a little, he's got Parmesan and crushed red pepper. Here inside of Louie's. Everybody's in the houses right now, so it's actually pretty chill in here. Oh no, this is about to be an ugly bite. I didn't even need the knife for that. I should have gotten a smaller bite. The pepperoni is really good. Very good flavor. That's delicious. I see all the hype now with the pizza fries. They're great. Okay, Matthew has his thoughts now on the pizza fries.
I think they're a big hit. It reminds me of high school when you have pizza and fries in the cafeteria. Combining the two together, it just makes sense.
The one thing we did notice is there wasn't any sauce. I don't think we got a single piece of sausage in ours, and they are supposed to have pepperoni and sausage. So that's the only bummer there. But they were a very delightful snack. Sustenance for more houses.
And more drinks.
And more drinks. Well, it has started raining outside, so that's why this location has suddenly become a little bit more crowded. So, I guess we're gonna sit here and wait for a few minutes before we head onward. Okay, we ducked inside the store real quick. Wow, y'all, my hair is everywhere. It's real humid out there, so don't judge me. We just walked through the Surreal Scare Zone, and it was terrifying. I got scared as many times as I did in the houses, I think. Of course, I had the camera out, so a lot of them were like coming at me just because, like, because I feel like if you have your camera out and you're like looking to take video or pictures of them, they'll come to you. Matthew over here is too cool to be scared.
So,
He just smiles and laughs at He said it's because he knows that they can't touch him. So it's not scary.
I just know there's no danger to me whatsoever, and in knowing that it's not bad, and plus, I'm just having fun.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. I did say, though, we have to walk back the other way through the scare zone, and I was like, we have to stay on the sidewalk this time. If you don't want them to bother you, walk on the sidewalk, and they won't get as close to you. The first time we walked right down the middle, so...
But if you do want grandma's inheritance, just take her along the center and walk her down slowly down the road.
One came from one direction, and I was looking at them, and while that one got me, another one came at me from the other direction. Okay, we don't know where we're going now. We want some walking tacos, and then we've got 5 more houses to do, and 2 more scare zones, because we spent a long time walking in and out of Torture Fair. So we saw that one several times. Onward. Next dose of OC, Month of the Undead. Hello again. It's like 11:30 now. We are taking a little break, just ate a little food. We've been slow to update, but we did a few houses since the last time that we popped on here. We did the Major Sweets Candy Factory, we did Goblin's Feast, and we did Monsters Eternal Bloodlines.
Eternal Bloodlines.
Yes. So out of the 3, I'm just going to say I was not a huge fan of Goblin's Feast. It was really short, and it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't speak to me.
I think they were just counting on gore factor to gross people out, sort of, but
Yeah.
not too many, like, jumping out at you or
Yeah.
trying to scare you spooky or anything like that.
Yeah. The Candy Factory one was good. It was also a little gory, but it was very loud. So if you're sensitive to loud noises, like, that was the loudest house by far. Like, it was very, very loud in there. Lots of screams, yelling,
Banging around.
Yeah, that is one thing that's been kind of funny in the houses is they're using, like, I don't know, I guess sound effects or whatever is like a
Percussion.
scare tactic. Yeah, because you'll hear a loud bang, and then, like, it's almost like the floor shakes a little bit. It scares me every time. But Monsters Eternal Bloodlines was really cool. I thought that house was a neat house. Our experience just now with the our experience tonight in general, trying to find food, especially for me, like, there's been food plentiful, but, like, you know, with my dietary restrictions, it's a little tougher here, and especially at this event, they're not as much, like, I don't feel like there's been any point tonight where I could have walked up to somebody and been like, "Hi, I have an allergy," and they would have just,
no.
yeah,
No, not here.
it's way more like a machine that they're just trying to, like, crank stuff out. So I've only been able to go up and, like, things that I know that I can have. So we were hunting the walking tacos. It took us pretty much, we've made it around the entire park before we found them.
It's basically the last place.
Yeah, we've been a little the last maybe hour or so because we were getting hangry. And then, unfortunately, they were, I don't know what was happening in the line.
Chaos.
It was chaos. I got the vegan walking taco. Kind of. I mean, I opened the bag and there's like no chili in it. I'm like, cool. So I got a bag of chips with some vegan cheese. So this is at
Some
11
sauce.
at 11 o'clock at
Some
night. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I mean, like the sauce and everything that was on it was good. It had a good flavor. I wanted some meat texture. So I don't know. It was just a little disappointing. But Matthew got a feast of a hot dog.
Yeah, it was summer something dog. I'm sorry, the name kind of escapes me. It was good. It was a fried Nathan's hot dog, but it had some sort of beans. They weren't necessarily baked beans because they weren't very saucy or anything like that. Like how baked beans are ketchupy or whatever. Those weren't those kind of beans.
Yeah.
Then there's cheese sauce, Cheetos, and then a red pepper sauce, which really put it all together. And don't get too much on your lips because it will burn your lips.
He was like sweating while I was trying to eat
yeah,
my.
I was literally sweating eating that because I did not think it would be that spicy as it was, but it was good.
It wasn't the spicy Cheetos though. It was regular Cheetos that was
Normal
on it.
Cheetos,
Yeah.
spicy red pepper.
Yeah. And you with the spice tonight. You're the one that wanted to dump the whole packet of red pepper on our pizza fries early.
Just some red chili friend. Didn't even taste it.
Just a little red. Oh, you could taste it. Oh man. Well, we have 2 houses left. I don't think we talked about the Blumhouse scare zone. It was
At that point, it really was. Before we really even knew we were I didn't even know we were still in it at one point because
Yeah.
there was just a sea of humanity
Yeah. It was
where you couldn't even
very
enjoy
crowded.
being spooked or scared because
Yeah.
somebody was going to run over you or you were going to run into somebody. So kind of had to just meander through that real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we walk that way again, it won't be so bad.
Go back through it. Yeah, I wanted to get closer up to like Megan so that I could, she was on the stage taking pictures, but people were just kind of crowded around the stage. And then there was a mass amount of people walking through the area. So the cast members were just out there in the middle, just like, everybody move, everybody keep walking. So you couldn't really like stop and linger at all or whatnot. So that one, I was really looking forward to that one. So I think we might have to go back to that, circle back to that one and see if it's a little bit better going back through. But we still have to go through Slaughter Cinema. We have not been through that one yet. And what's the other one we have left? We've got one more left.
Museum.
Oh yeah, Museum of Deadly Exhibits. So those 2 are back the other way. We passed them coming down here. So we'll head back in that direction. We'll let y'all know how the final 2 are and what our thoughts are. I feel like we're probably going to have to kind of round this out tomorrow after we get some sleep and think on it as far as our like top 3 and bottom 2 go. But we will circle back with that and let you guys know our final thoughts on the whole event. Okay, we're back, but on a different day, obviously. So the last you saw us, we were about to go into our last 2 houses, which were Museum of the Undead. No, Museum of Deadly Exhibits. Museum of Deadly Exhibits. And
Slaughter Cinema 2.
yes. So both of those I thought were pretty good. I thought the museum one was cool looking, like the rotting stone or whatever, like the way all the walls did and everything. That one was good. Probably not like my top, but it was good. And then Slaughter Cinema was good. Very, very loud again. So kind of on the level of the Candy House, Major Suites. Both of those were just very loud. But there was also a lot going on in that one. Like I feel like every room you went in was just like, what's happening?
Yeah, I guess it was depicting like 4 different types of movies within, or like generic B horror movies within. one house, so the scenery kind of changed each area, which I like. Some were more colorful than others, and
Yeah. The skull, the rock, the, I don't know, what do you call those guys?
it was just kind of like 80s rock.
Yeah.
Kind of took the theming of Halloween Horror Nights, where all the shirts and stuff come from that part,
Yeah.
I think.
They were pretty cool. That would be, and I'm going to get to another instance in a second, but that would be where having an RIP tour would be beneficial, because the RIP guide will go through all of the storyline with you. So as you're going through the houses and the scare zones, you'll actually like understand the storyline a little bit better. Whereas some of the houses, like I pre-watched information about some of these houses, so in the back of my head I knew a little bit of what they were going for, but while you're walking through, it's hard to like keep that in mind, because you're just like, who's about to scare me? But did you liked those last two pretty well?
I probably preferred the cinema
Yeah.
over the museum.
So the other thing that cats over there doing cat things, that an RIP tour would be beneficial for is the scare zones, like I mentioned, because I kept throughout this whole video calling the Demon Queen scare zone, I kept calling that surreal, which it was, but the name of the scare zone was Demon Queens. That was just what represented surreal. So the first scare zone, where we were kind of like, I don't really understand what's going on, because it just seemed to be the chainsaw guys. It represented sinister and surreal. Sinister is supposed to be more like physical pain, like that type of fear. So if you went straight ahead and you went on to Torture Fair, that represented sinister. Surreal, if you turned to the right after that scare zone, you went into Demon Queens, and that represented surreal. So I guess like the scare zone itself, we didn't really like understand at the time. It was just the chainsaw guys walking around, but sinister and surreal were there off and on, like talking or whatever. Like when we were leaving the park, I think they were there doing a little spiel. So just had to correct that, because I kept calling it the wrong thing all night long the other night. So, but now for our, the other thing with the food, because we were talking about the food in our last little snippet, I did play around in the app a little bit more afterwards, and I found where you could see all the food booths in the app, but there's no like cohesive map of Halloween Horror Nights. Like you can get it to where it'll show the houses, the scare zones, some of the food, but like it doesn't show the bars, or you can see like just the houses, and I don't know. And then it also has everything else that's open during the day. You just have to like filter it out. It's a little not cohesive. So I still wish there was like just a paper guide or a just Halloween Horror Nights specific map, because that would have helped a lot, I think.
Like, where's the festival food alone?
Yeah, because that's all we really needed to get to. I have my notes here, so now we're gonna tell you guys what our top houses and bottom houses were. Do you want to start? Do you remember what yours were?
My top houses, I can't really put them, I just have a top 3, but they're not in any particular order. It's just the ones I've enjoyed the most. One was the Slaughter Cinema 2. Then I enjoyed Ghostbusters a lot. It was very entertaining. Not scary, but just very entertaining. I like how they treated the IP there. The Insidious was one of my favorite ones too. Didn't scare me as much as I would like to be scared, but I enjoyed people in front of me and behind me, like screaming for dear life.
By
and
people, he means me.
Well, and then people behind me or whatnot too. But I always loved
was
it
terrified.
and hearing the screams. And Eternal Bloodlines, yes, just the story behind that and the makeup and the creatures. It was, so I guess like that might have been 4 houses for me, but a couple of them were like
Honorable
1A and
mention.
1B.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Ghostbusters one, I think, was the exclusion out of the 3, but I liked it so much for the entertainment value that's why I had to kind of get it up there.
Yeah. My list is also quite similar, although Ghostbusters did land in my top 3. I liked that one a lot. It was just like pretty, like he said, entertaining, and yeah, I just enjoyed that one. I did get jump scared a couple of times, but it wasn't like terrifying. It was just cool. And then I loved Insidious. I was very, very scared. It was very scary. Don't listen to this guy. He doesn't get scared, as we discovered during the videos. It's like, this is cool. Just laugh at all the scares. I thought it was terrifying, but I loved it. We both liked those movies a lot, so that one I was really looking forward to that one. It was a good one. And then I also liked Eternal Bloodlines. I thought that was a really cool house. Yeah, just all the detail and everything. I got scared a few times, probably not as much as I did in Insidious, but it was really cool to look at. And then for bottom houses, first one, I know I mentioned before in the video, Goblin's Feast was just not, I didn't care for that one at all. Just very short, very gory. I don't know, the goblins are a little like weird, creepy. I don't know. It just didn't speak to me. Didn't like that one that much. And then Major Sweets I put also on the bottom. It was just really loud, really gory. I got scared a few times. And when I say bottom houses, it's not like I hated any of these houses. Like, I would still go and do them all again. But, like, if I had to choose a bottom 2 that were just kind of it'd be those 2. And then everything else just kind of landed in between. Like, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I wasn't too much of the monstrous. That probably would have been near the bottom. And as I think we pointed out in an earlier video, I think when we walked through, they were in like a shift change or whatnot, and I felt like we walked through a good third of the house. Nobody was coming out. Nobody was jumping out to scare or anything. I mean, you saw the holes in the trapdoors and things where people would come out and just nobody was. And
Yeah.
maybe if there was more there, it would have landed a little higher in that instance. But it was just kind of a lot of the same, just a lot of masks that did come out, and and it's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Goblins was your other one too.
Yeah, I mean, there was just, I'm a fan of gore and stuff, but just kind of walking through, and it's just like, there's a carcass, there's a carcass.
Just
There's a
carcasses
carcass.
everywhere. Yeah. So those are our top and bottom houses, and I know we kind of gave you guys an overview as we were going through about how the night was going, and I know our vibe kind of shifted from early in the night to, super excited and all, and then like the last kind of snippet you saw, we were a little bit getting tired, and also just the issue with the food was bringing us down a little bit, but we did have fun. Like, we had a good time. Still go back.
Oh, well, yeah. But I guess a good pro tip, if you know where to look for the map on your phone, and you know where to toggle, if you can find where to toggle to know where the food locations are, so that it makes it kind of easier to kind of at least know where you're going, because it's easy to get a little distracted and then you want something to eat, but one of the things you might have saw on a preview or whatever, it's like, well, where is that? And then you end up spending an hour walking from one end to another looking for the So we were going through a couple of those houses, kind of a little hangry, because the plan was, a couple houses, try this
Take
thing
a
we
break,
want and this
yeah.
thing, then go to another couple houses, and then it was like, it kind of turned into, well, we couldn't find a place, but we're near this house now, so
It's like we just kept doing things as we passed them because we were already kind of walking all over the place, back and forth and here and there. So we kind of just started going in line as we were like looking for the food that we were trying to find. But yeah, like he said, just take a look beforehand at the map and also look at the menus. They're online. They're on the Halloween Horror Nights portion of the Universal website, so you can see what all is available and kind of make your little list of what you want to try ahead of time. That way you know exactly what you're looking for, because it sounds like a long event going from 6 to 2 a.m. or 6:30 to 2 a.m. But that time really goes by really fast.
especially if you did want to do a few houses and you didn't have
Yeah,
one of the
without
fast
Express Pass.
Yeah, if you don't have the Express Pass, I mean, you might get a few houses in, but
Yeah, if you don't have Express Pass, also kind of like make your priority houses and figure out which ones you definitely have to do and do those first, obviously. But yeah, we had a good time. Hopefully we'll be back again a little bit later in the season. Oh, the cat's coming to join us now. She has to come say goodbye to you guys as well. Here she is. The star of the whole show, Nova Bug. Well, thank you guys for coming along with us to Halloween Horror Nights. And if you are looking to plan your trip to Halloween Horror Nights, I am a travel advisor and I would love to talk Halloween with you. So as in all of the videos, my information, a quote request form, all that's going to be linked down in the captions. And we will see you on the next video. I don't know if Matthew will be with, I don't know if Matthew will be with me on the very next video or two, but he'll be back in a little bit. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers to the magic.
cheers.